It's time for some Tailgate Talk with Rodney Washington for the best football insight to get you right.
Hey everybody, my fellow Tailgate Talkers. We're still in episode 5 of Tailgate Talk. And as I'm always going to say, a little rain don't stop nothing. We here at Chris County, the home of the Cougars, and I got Coach Smith with me. How you doing, Coach?
I'm good. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too, Coach. I really appreciate you getting me in, but you've been voted Game of the Week by the people on Facebook. They voted for you, Coach, real talk. How does it feel being voted Game of the Week, Coach?
It feels good. It really feels good to have that support from the community. It's not only for myself, but for the program, for our community. We're trying to do a lot of good things over in Cordele and Chris County, and I'm glad to see that people want to see what we have going on.
Shout out to the folks on Facebook. But how has practice been for you this week? You know, it's a little rain, a little different.
It's always tough when you get, unfortunate weather or weather that may not be conducive to what you want to do as a team. But, it's something that you have to deal with this game. And, the kids are really practicing and playing hard, to try to get things on track.
And it's always a big shout out to Jimmy Hot Dogs, who is sponsoring this beautiful Tailgate Talk. But what have you learned about your team so far going into week 5?
Going into week 5, what I have noticed is that these kids really practice and play hard. The effort that they're putting forth to be great is really astounding in my opinion. I told somebody the other day, and people may not believe it, but this is the hardest working group that we've had since we've been here. We've had some unfortunate mistakes, some inexperienced mistakes, and they cost us against really good teams, but I think we're going to turn the corner soon.
All right, Coach. So I just want, in your opinion, what is the team identity at this point?
Right now, we want to be a tough, hard-nosed football team, one that makes minimal mistakes. We're still trying to figure out some things offensively, and I think we're getting close to figuring it out.
All right, now it's time to talk about the team. You about to play those Trojans. This is the Jimmy Hot Dogs question of the night. What did you see from Dougherty that you need to attack on that team?
Now, something that I do know, Coach JOYNER does an amazing job with those guys. I've known him for a few years, and one thing I know about his teams, they're going to play really hard. They're going to be disciplined. We got to be able to contain their run game. They'll try to throw it around a little bit too, and we got to be able to contain that screen game. And defensively, they're really tough up front. Defensive speed is something that we're going to have to deal with.
I'm curious, Coach, when did you first meet Coach JOYNER? When was the first time you met him?
I met him 2 years ago, and it was funny because we were talking about one of his former high school teammates that I went to college with, and Jamie Roberts.
Okay.
so it was kind of a funny story and a funny way that we met. So we talked about that, laughed about that, and he's a great guy, and we always kind of chop it up from time to time. So really great dude.
Story right quick. I was there. From Albany. I seen when he was QBing and won the championship in '98. I was there as a kid. But I think you kind of answered this, but I think I want to kind of ask you one more time. What did you see from Dougherty that they do well? I think
they do a lot of things really good. I think up front they work the finish plays really well, in run game and pass game. They play really hard. They play really hard. The screen games and the pass game is something that we're going to have to make sure we're on top of, and they're definitely going to take their shots. We just got to be disciplined to make sure that we can contain that stuff.
I think it's going to be a wet one on Friday, so I think the weather going to kind of have something to do with the game a little bit. But how does the weather affect the game plan? How you going to run it for this Friday?
The weather is always a factor. If the weather is not permitting us to do certain things, we have to tailor it to what our kids do best. I mean, that's what we're going to do anyway. But sometimes the weather will have a factor in it, just like it did last week a little bit. Right. Some of the things you just can't control because of the weather, but you have to maintain your focus on those things, especially with ball security.
All right, Coach. So what do the Cougars have to do? Like, this has to be done for you to get this dub on Friday.
We got to move the ball offensively and put points on the scoreboard. I think we've been kind of handcuffing our defense by not putting points on the board and putting them in situations where they have to continue to fight. Defenses have been playing pretty good, but I feel like if we put points on the board, that'll get us a little bit more momentum and being able to make some more stops and make that extra stop that we need in the end.
All right, Coach, I know I've been asking you a lot of questions on the game plan, but now it's time to ask you a couple tailgate questions, and it's sponsored by Jimmy Hot Dogs. So, I got to ask the first question. If you was tailgate, food-wise, burgers or hot dogs?
Ooh.
If I'm fixing
If you fixing it, Cole. If you doing your thing.
personally, I think I make one of the best burgers. And it's crazy, I make one of the best turkey burgers. So I'm going to roll with the turkey burgers.
Okay. And chicken or ribs?
Man, if you asked me this question about 2 years ago, I would have said ribs because I make some really good jerk ribs too.
Jerk ribs?
Jerk ribs, yes, jerk ribs.
They hit you up and pull up on you,
But
Cole.
now I kind of tailor a little bit away from pork, but I'll go with chicken today.
I had to get that bite right quick. Mac and cheese or potato salad?
Oh, that's an easy one. That's easy, mac and cheese. I'll have mac and cheese as a main course.
Cole, all right, you speaking the language now. Baked beans or coleslaw?
I gotta roll with baked beans.
All right, Coach.
Baked beans, throw a little meat in there.
Okay.
Sprinkle a little brown sugar.
A little brown sugar?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit of brown sugar. Okay. So I'm gonna just give you one more scenario. Let's say, it's a Saturday, you watch your favorite team other than the Cougars. Cougars #1 for sure. All right, I got that for sure. So would you rather, good. Telling you, James, I'm telling you. Would you rather go to the game and watch it in person and tailgate and just go like that, or you rather be in the crib in your own house watching it like that, Cole? Holla at me.
Man, I've had great experiences with both.
Okay.
But it's nothing like being in that atmosphere, being amongst more fans that that enjoy the game, enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the environment. It's just something special about being there. Like, yeah, I want to be able to go to my refrigerator, my restroom, whenever I want to. But it's something about being in the atmosphere and being a part of the game.
All right, Coach. Coach Smith, I really appreciate you one last time and trying to hot dog too.
Yes.
My fellow tailgate talkers, this game gonna be on Friday and can't wait.
Football insight to get you right.